done with that. I'm done. I'm ready to throw that in the bin. Okay, welcome back. We are 24 hours on and oh my God. Wow. I can tell the paint stripper has really got to work overnight. You can see how that oily paint has just dripped down there. I want to keep these details. So as you can see, the finger plate here is glossed in to high hell. It's going to be a really satisfying takeoff. And let's look at our other friend, which I've been laying horizontally. Yeah, very brown and gooey, which is a really good sign. So it's time to get these strips off and see what's going on underneath. Oh yeah. See that sort of copper colour underneath coming through. Yes. There we are, sort of back to life. Wow. That beautiful metal that was under all those layers of white gloss. Honestly, that is going to shine up and polish up so nice. In really good condition as well. Super happy with that. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, we have such a similar beautiful finish under all those layers of paint as the other one. This has taken a bit more muscle to get off. And there's some leftover bits that won't budge, but I'm going to give it a good scrub. That should come up absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to try and unscrew this now and see if I can get it off. These screws haven't been turned in probably, you know, how many 100 years, 130 years, which is amazing to think. Now it's in my hands. This is what I love about period houses that you don't get with, you know, no shade. But newer house, I've lived in newer houses, I've lived in older houses, and the difference for me is that in newer houses, you don't find little gems like this, you know? You don't find much of history. These screws are so fucking small. How did they make them so small? That's what I always think. I don't know if the screws are going to survive this process, but that's okay. I can always just stick this on the door with a bit of modern adhesive rather than having to go down the whole screw route. It will still look pretty. Oh, okay. That is super thin. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's so thin. It's kind of tarnished, but you can sort of see the original metal on the back. So I think it's meant to be brass. Can't really tell. So I'm going to have to give that a good scrub up and see how she comes up. My God, look how thin that is. Wow. Super lightweight as well. That's going to be so easy to just transfer onto another door, which is great. So I think I'm going to soak that just in some warm water for the afternoon, and that should lift off any of these remaining little bits. And then we should be good. We should be back to normal and good to pop that on a brand new door. Exciting. Tiny screws out. Now let's lift her off. Wow. We have another beauty here. Very similar condition. Exactly the same pattern and detail. Super thin again. They're just like such the thinnest bit of metal, but really sturdy, and obviously super beautiful, super ornate. It looks so good on a new door. Again, similar level of like this goldy brassy colour shown on the back, so I'm going to assume that's what it might scrub up to. So to finish up, here's where we are at. They are just looking so much better than I imagined. Like, they've come up so clean, they're not damaged or anything, they just need a good scrub up and a good polish, which is an amazing place to be. Normally I don't find things in this house in such good nick, so it's really nice to have something that's like a nice win in this renovation for once. Hello guys, gals, she's, gays, days. Welcome back to another day in Sharn's house. We are back for another day in the bedrooms, another day of renovating, another day of horror, another day of hard graft. I'm going to be honest with you, this week I am in burnout mode. I have had a real tough week in my 9-to-5 day job, so obviously the renovation is 1 day a week, the content is another day a week, and then 4 days a week I work in a full-time job, and it has been a really hard week, so I am exhausted. The fact that I'm now having to do this on top of the week is not sitting well with me. I am really, really frazzled, but I'm actually quite excited to be in here today. Well, not excited, sort of excited, I guess, as excited as you can get about like bricks and shit, you know. But the reason I'm feeling more upbeat than I probably would be in other circumstances is the fact that our builders have said they're going to come in a few weeks. So the builders are coming in, it's always been part of the plan, to have professional help in to obviously build out our walls, put in electrics. What else are they doing? Plasterboarding some of this. Doing new floorboards, so a lot of our floorboards are really wonky, so we're getting all the carpet up, all the flooring up, and hopefully getting those replaced. So they've got a lot on their hands, but as soon as they're done, it means that we can go into plastering, we can go into painting, we can go into decorate, we can go into getting these rooms finished. So that's why I'm excited. That is spurring me on to crack on today and get stuff done, ready for them to arrive and come and do their thing. So today I'm starting the morning by myself. I am taking off the Klingstrip that I put on yesterday. You may have seen in my last vlog, I had some remaining parts of the coving that had not been Klingstripped here above me there, and here above me there. So I'm gonna take that down this morning. It's gonna be an arse ache, but I've got a few hours to do that, and that's all I've got to do myself this morning. Then after that, oh, the laddie's in the way. I cannot walk through to the other room. So then after I've done the Klingstrip, Neil is going to be coming to join me. We're going to be taking out the bricks in this fireplace. So we need to remove all of this old stone insert, and all of these bricks, so we can fit our new fireplace in, which you would have seen in my last vlog, the fireplace we went and collected from some random countryside house an hour and a half away. It was a trek, but the fireplace is absolutely lush. It's going to look stunning in here. So I'm really excited to get it in. And we've done something sensible for once. We went out and bought ourselves, well, it's yet to arrive, it's an Amazon delivery, but it's an SDS drill, one of those that basically will knock out all the bricks in like, hopefully 10-15 minutes. Not the hour that we spent the other week getting all the bricks out of the main bedroom fireplace by hand with those tiny little chisels. You would have seen that. Yeah, it was not a good idea. Bit of more than we can choose. We've decided to pay 50 quid, buy the drill, and make our lives easier and get that done quicker. So hopefully that arrives soon, we can get that done. And then the last thing we need to do is get the radiators off the wall. So they need to come off, so these old skirting boards can come off. We are going to keep the plumbing where it always in all the rooms, because it's the best place for them. We don't want to redo pipes. We don't need to. They're all absolutely fine. So we just need to take these old radiators off. We're going to have obviously more traditional style radiators going in there. So we just need to get those ones gone. And the same in here. So we've got 2 under the window here, which obviously in a Victorian house, like, I get it, they're cheap and they're affordable and they're radiators, I guess, but traditional style radiators, you can get them quite cheaply. I always look on eBay and they're brand new ones and they're as cheap, not as cheap as these kind of radiators, but pretty cheap in the grand scheme of the radiator world. If you're into your radiators, you'll know. I am, sadly. That's my life now at 35. But yeah, it's not hard to get traditional radiators for a good price, and they're going to look so much smarter in these Victorian rooms versus these like chunky white modern ones, which they're just not a vibe. They're never a vibe. Good for hanging your washing on though. That's the only thing I will say. But then again, traditional radiators are too. Like, I don't know why I'm having this toss up between the new and the old. They're both great. They're both fine. Traditional radiators just look better. So anyway, all that to say, we need to get these radiators off today, drain the system down. I don't know how heating works. Like, I can't visualize a central heating system. I don't know about anyone else, but like when Neil talks about it, that's the thoughts in my brain. Can I pick Chunky up one arm? Oh, he's such a big boy. Hello, sir. That is such a codding pose. But when Neil talks about radiators, this is how I feel. Just no thoughts. Okay, I'm going to put you down. I can't visualise how it works. I'm like, how does the water go around the house and push through the pipes and then stop, but then go to the next rate? I don't know. I don't get it. My brain doesn't work like that, okay? I failed my maths GCSE, barely passed science. I've got a creative brain, not a methodical one, okay? I can't be expected to do it all. I simply cannot. Anyway, so I'm going to wait for Neil to get back to the radiator thing because I've no fucking clue what's going on with that. But once they are off, it means that the room is good for the builders to come and do their thing, which is amazing because that'll be so transformative. This room will go from like this hellscape to like a freshly plasterboarded, ready to paint room in the matter of like a week, which is amazing. So really looking forward to that phase, looking forward to that stage. So let's crack on. Let's get going with today. I'm going to stop chatting. We're going to start by getting this Klingstrip off, which is going to take me an hour or so. But I've got time. Neil's back at like 2. It's only 20 to 11. I've got the hours. I'll do that, have some lunch, and then when he gets back, we can crack on with the fireplace. We can get these radiators off, hopefully today. Hopefully today. Manifesting no disasters. Manifesting no issues or problems or failures or fuck-ups. Please, renovation gods, please be in my favour today. That's all I ask. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, we're finished. We did it! Yay! We got there in the end. And actually, I didn't hate that as much as I thought I was gonna. So what time did I start? I can't remember what I said. Was it like 11:05? Well, it's now 12:50. So that's an hour, under 2 hours, but not far off. And actually, like, I'm not in the worst mood after that. I think because I've resigned myself to the fact that we're going to get professionals in to come deal with this. So last night I was emailing a few like Cornice and Coving repair and restoration companies in London to hopefully get out and come and see and survey and repair and make it look pretty again. I think in my head last weekend I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so much work, like just the stripping and the filling, then and now I think it's beyond like a DIY job. So I've kind of crossed that threshold into like, someone else is going to do this for me. All I need to do is get the paint off and then it's not my problem anymore. To, you know, well, in a way, to a point, it still is my problem, but not my problem to like do the hard labour. So I'm hoping they can come and quote and we can work out how much this is going to cost to sort out. I'm hoping not too much. We've got some budget for this renovation, but I didn't really build in for things like coving repair or coving replacement and things like that. So God knows what that's going to come out at, but hopefully affordable enough that we can squeeze it in there and get this looking nice again. So let me show you some close-ups. The main issue is that the cracks and holes and damage are way worse than I originally thought. So I thought it was just going to be some fine line cracks, some like hairline ones that you could feel easily. Boy, was I wrong. So let me show you what's going on up there. And yeah, I think where I've done some scraping as well, I've made it worse. I think I've like created some holes from like the motion of getting a metal scraper up there and digging at it, but can't undo that now. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm going to focus on what we can do, which is getting someone to come in and repair it. So let's have a look at the damage. It is not good. It's not looking good. I'm going to tell you that now. So let me get up the ladder. First of all, look at all the fucking mess. Yeah, I'm going to sweep that up in a moment, but let's get up the ladder. Oh, creaky, creaky, and show you what's going on. So as you can see, it's just in pieces in places. Here I made a bigger hole when I was taking off the stripper, so that's lovely. But you can just see the continuous gaps and holes and just the state of it. It's just not in the best condition, and that's in addition to all the original cracks that we could see above the paint, but below the paint, oh boy, were they hiding for us. So yeah, it's a bit of a lost cause in terms of just like shoving some cheap filler up there. So we've got a lot to do. And here you can see now how it's like not attached to the ceiling properly in places. It's just bouncing away, so we need to get that pinned back up as well. So there's just a lot going on, a lot of damage. Let me show you some other areas where it's completely fucked too. So yeah, over here, just in pieces, absolutely battered, and you can see like no amount of like screw fix filler or cheap filler is gonna save that, I don't think. Yeah, case in point, there's so much work to be done on this. It's just too much for someone like me who's not a pro, who's not an expert and doesn't have the expertise on how to handle original plasterwork. It's too much for me to be able to try and work out myself. So I'm going to leave that to the professionals, and hopefully they'll be able to restore it. If you step back from a distance, the overall impression is like quite nice. Like it is pretty, it is ornate, it is great, but it just needs some help. So I'm going to leave that to professionals, and I'm going to have a little clean up before I go to lunch. Okay, just had lunch. Didn't have Greg's today, just had a sandwich. Who is she? She's a changed woman. But I wanted to just get through it quick because it's dusty. The SDS drill that we're going to use to get the bricks out of the fireplace in the spare room has arrived. So I'm going to open her up. We just got it on Amazon, just a cheap one, nothing fancy. We're probably only going to use it like once or twice in our whole existence. We're 4 years into the renovation and we just decided to buy this really handy tool that would have helped us out along the way. Yeah, here we are. So we didn't go like all out and buy like a £200 one. We just bought a 50 quid one because this is obviously not the biggest destruction job in the world. It's just one fireplace. We don't need something that's going to get hours and hours and hours of use every day. I'm not a professional. This is just one off. So we just kept it cheap, got one that will do the job for today. So I'm going to crack her open. Then I'm going to get my, obviously, ear protection, eye protection, hand protection on because this is going to be a loud, noisy, messy, dusty job. Need to be protected. Get these bricks out. And then that's another big job done. We can test the fireplace in here and see if it fits. I'm so excited to get the fireplace in here. So hopefully it actually fits and it's all well and good. Again, manifesting, nothing goes wrong. Please. I have summoned the demons. Okay, right, a couple of hours later, I say a couple of hours, probably an hour or so, we have knocked out everything we need to knock out to get the fireplace in here. We dry fitted it, so we're going to put it back in a moment, which I'll show you. But as you can see, it was full of all this caked in crap, which was put in behind the fireplace insert. I'm assuming to insulate it. So we're leaving some of it in there for like structure and insulation purposes. The rest of it is nice and clear. We had five trucks that I've run up and down the stairs so far. And then Neil's here. Neil's just looking up the chimney because we think it's locked off. Locked off? What do you call it? Capped off? Not capped off. It's blocked up there, so we don't have to get a chimney boom or anything up there. Even though it looks really janky. Someone's messed around with the original arch. But actually we don't need to touch any of this. It's really sturdy. Oh, who's meowing at me? I can hear a distant meow. Oh. Hello, sir. What do you want? Sir, you've got a cat flap. You can come in however you want.
The door's wide open.
The door is wide open. Excellent. Anyway, back to this. Let's dry fit the fireplace and leave it in place. And you get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's eventually done in this room. She's going to look so cute. Also, I'm a whole mess today. Very much looking forward to getting washed, getting cleaned after this. Okay, let's put the fireplace in. Obviously the fireplace won't be sunken down. It'll be at normal floorboard height. But obviously for now, if we touch it down for it.
I had visions of you just going to the floor, but this floor not had humans on it.
Beautiful. So the surround is in, the insert is in, and then the surround. So, well, you actually can't because it's wood floorboards in a way. Great. Okay, you get your imagination. It's going to be something like this, but at floorboard, normal floorboard height. This is what it's going to be here. I'm going to get this painted, obviously, to match the wall. It's in really good nick, just a few little watermarks and stuff on top, which are not a problem because I'm going to try and paint it anyway. The insert doesn't even need restoring, it just needs a clean up of dust, and that'll be absolutely fine. So this is going to be an easy final project once the floors are done. Once this is all plastered, all plastered, this is going to be a simple little finishing touch, the icing on the cake. Anyway, so we're done with fireplace stuff today, and now the last thing we've got to do today, it's 4 o'clock, but we're getting these radiators off the walls. So we do that now, and then we can relax for another Saturday evening doing not a lot. Definitely don't use that little paper. Well, what a day. What a day. But it is 5:30 and we are done for today. So I was working away at these rooms from about 10 o'clock this morning till 5:30. I'm exhausted, but a really good day. I kind of feel, despite the mess I'm in, like literally look how much dirt I've got in my hands and fucking state. Despite that, I'm feeling very positive. I'm feeling like not completely worn down by the system today, which is crazy considering we are like 7-8 weeks into this, and I should be like, oh, just end it now, let me move out this house. So I'm feeling very happy with the progress. So obviously big things that got done today. That fireplace now fits in there. We cleaned that all out as well, so the hearth is gone. Hopefully you can see that. So we're super clean and ready for that fireplace to be finally fitted. So that's great. It fits in the hole, it fits flush to the wall, all the things that are important to make sure that that's going to sit in there and not go anywhere and be super sturdy. I'm really happy that's in, and it looks so good. I can really see the end result in my head already of like the beautiful fireplace, the painted surround, colour drenched to the wall, silly little candle, silly little mirror above it. It's going to look so gorgeous. So I'm really happy that fits. That was worth the trek last weekend to get it, so that now that's in ahead of time, ready for the builders to come, hopefully in a few weeks, 2 weeks I think. Then obviously in here I stripped the remaining bits of the coving, and as I said, we're going to get a pro in to take a look at those. So I'm just glad that it's all stripped off now and we've gone as far as we can with it. That is ready for someone to come and take over and do the hard work, because I'm done with that. I'm done. I'm ready to throw that in the bin. I'm ready to rip that down, start again. Honestly, I'm just absolutely at the end of my tether with the coving, but not my problem anymore. We're going to throw some money at the problem, which is something we don't often do in renovations because the money isn't always available to throw. But I'm going to put a bit aside for that because it just really needs it. Considering how much DIY we've done, I think it's worth spending a little bit of dosh on getting that looking good. So we got the coving done, we got the fireplace done, and then we got the radiators off last thing, and this is where it all went a bit tits up. Yeah, I thought it would just be like a quick, like, take the radiators off, and the taking the radiators off didn't take too long, but then when we started to take like the brackets and stuff off the wall, we just lost the wall. So as you can see here, we're back to brick in many places. Oh, so it's just a bit annoying because I was like, oh, the plaster behind there, all this is fine. Spent all that time stripping the wallpaper, and then it all just crumbles off. And it's like, how far do you go with it? Do you keep going up that corner? Do you just take all that off? So we decided we're just going to leave that there and let the builders decide what they want to do, whether they want to patch up with plasterboard, whether they want to take that all back or not. Because I don't want to get into another weekend of dusty rubble mess. I kind of just want to leave that to the pros. So we're going to leave that because we just don't know how far to go with it. And considering they're going to be in a few weeks, like, there's not much we can do. I kind of want to leave it to them. If it takes them an extra day to strip that off, again, throw money at that problem. You can have it because I don't want to do it. All right. And then the same situation in here. So took this radiator off, and yeah, we are back to brick. But again, just leave that. Not my problem for now. But I think I'm riding high of like the success of this today, of the fact that that fitted, the fact that we got the hearth out, and like, look how clean that wood looks. Like, I just feel like that has no business being that clean. Like, they look like new floorboards, but that hearth is very old. So I don't know. I think because they've just been encased in like cement and stone for so long that they've not been touched by anything else. So they do look super clean. Also, the mess on my face, I realise I look like, you know, in Mulan, where the matchmaker is like, pour the tea, Mulan, like that. When she's like, woo, that's what I look like. So anyway, with all that in mind, I'm going to close the door, and by door I mean dust sheet on this room today, go and have a shower, go and have a nice Saturday evening, leave the house, go and have a nice dins, do something cute, try and get back to reality and have a weekend and leave this be until next weekend. And next weekend I think is like one of our final weekends before the builders come, so I want to get all of this tidied up, all of this out, all the stuff out that shouldn't be in here, so it's a clear space for them to work with. Also, I think we're going to get the carpets up, just because they're going to need to look at the floorboards and work out what they need to level, whether they need to do new floorboards or not. So we're going to cut the carpet up and get that out. That won't be a long task, but obviously it's just got loads of like mess and crap on it, like so much rubble and dust and stuff. So there's going to be mess that comes off the back of that, but not too much of an arduous task, which is good. And yeah, we had a little carpet accident today. If anyone's ever in my comments like, oh my God, the carpets are so nice, why aren't you keeping them? This is why, madam. This is why. Anyway, so by next weekend, both of these rooms should be completely cleared out, should be tidy, the carpet should be up. We should be in a position where builders can come, do their thing, and the speed at which they will get these rooms looking good will put us to shame. We've taken what, best part of 2 months to get the rooms to what they are now, and then a week they will make it look like a brand new bedroom, ready for plastering, ready for skirting, ready for architrave, ready for decorating. So, which is really exciting, especially after all these weeks and weeks and weeks of dirty hard graft. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching yet another one of my vlogs. If you love watching renovations in progress, realistic renovations, the actual hard graft that goes into getting stuff done in a renovation, then please do follow along. There are so many more parts to come. There's so much more to do in here. I'm going to be taking you on every step of that journey. Of course I will. Thank you so much for watching. Please, as always, like and subscribe. You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, where there's this and even more going on, and so much more to come. And obviously the rest of the house, there's loads going on, still yet to be done. So follow along because there'll be lots coming up. And that is it from me today. Goodbye.